Hello and welcome to Unit 1 Physiology with Hannah Knight. So we're looking at the measurements of systems now. So can you define or match up the definition with the measurement here? So we're looking at maximal oxygen consumption. The definition for that is the measure of peak volume of oxygen that you can consume and use in 1 minute. So what is anaerobic threshold, power, strength and muscular endurance? Pause the video and then take a look. Okay, so the answers we should have are okay, good. So if we're looking at maximal oxygen consumption, this is as exercise intensity increases, so does oxygen consumption, okay? So if we take a look at the graph, it's the measure of peak volume of oxygen you consume in 1 minute, measured in millilitres per kilogram per minute and relative to your body weight. So where you see on the graph here, the oxygen consumption plateaus. If that plateaus for 30 seconds to 1 minute, this indicates your VO2 max. Until then, it's fairly linear, okay, increasing fairly linearly. So we can measure it through a maximal treadmill test in a lab using Douglas bags and gas analyzers. We collect the expired air, okay? So the number of methods used to calculate VO2 max, so direct or indirect. So we have direct, which is that using the Douglas bag in the lab, live gas analysis, collecting CO2. And we have indirect, so that could be a bleep test, and that is a calculation or a prediction of a value of VO2 max. So you might see some normative data like so. If we're matching up fitness tests then to test those components that we've just looked at, what test would we do? So we know that for maximal oxygen consumption we would do the lab test with the Douglas bag and maximal treadmill test. What would you do for the rest? Pause the video, see if you can answer. Okay, so our answers should look like this. So for our muscular endurance, we are looking at a 15 rep max test. For our strength test, 1 rep max test. For an aerobic power test, a sprint test. And then for the anaerobic threshold, we may look at a Wingate test. Okay, then we need to know the benefits. So make sure you take a look at these benefits and revise those for your exam.